Hello, hello, hello. I hope everyone is doing fantastic today. Hello, James. Hello, Rover. Welcome again. I hope that the day has been good to you both. We have an exciting show to get through today. I've got a number of products lined up here behind me yet again. And today we will be going through quite a number of awesome items, followed by some items from both James and Nate to close out the show. At the end of the show today, well, thank you, James. Or Justin. Hello, Alley Cat. At the end of the show, there is going to be a $10 gift card giveaway, so go ahead and get your entries in at dragonblogger.com/live. Justin will likely post the link in a moment, so stay tuned and definitely get those entries in. Also, hello, Alyssa. I hope you're doing well today. Thank you for stopping by. We've got some awesome products to get through today, and we're going to start with the Osbot camera. This is the camera that I'm using to conduct the stream today, and it's $100 off right now, which is an absolutely insane deal for this camera. Oh, there it is, dragonblogger.com/enter-live. Make sure you get those entries in, because at the end of the stream, we'll be doing our giveaway. Now, this is a very, very powerful streaming camera. I use this quite frequently for both work as well as streaming, so I get a lot of compliments when I'm on conference calls with work as well. Going to switch on over and turn on this camera video.
Hello everyone, Jeff here today to talk about this super cool Osbot 4K AI camera.
Now, the camera that I'm using right now is the camera that I switched away from, so you're going to see the whole change in quality in just a moment.
This
Hi,
is
Lori.
quite an awesome camera so far.
Hi, Lewis.
As you can see, this is the Osbot Meet. It's 4K. And
Thanks for
right
stopping
now,
by.
I am using a standard 1080
Hello.
camera. So I will be installing this and switching over to this in just a moment and show you what that difference looks like. First off, inside the box, you have this really
Welcome to
cool
the stream.
box. Really like that.
Hello, Diva.
These instructions are laid out, fits on top, looks great. And then
For everyone who hasn't entered yet, go to dragonblogger.com/enter-live. The link is above. You can get entered in for a $10 gift card giveaway that we'll be doing at the end of the stream.
And then your connecting cable right there. So,
So,
further ado,
going over the
let's switch
camera that I'm
this
using
camera
for the
and
stream
see
right
how the
now.
quality
You
jumps.
can see that's fairly high quality. I absolutely love
All right,
this.
here we go. All installed, and I think the quality is amazing.
Yep, so that is the switch from going from my previous camera to the current one. It's pretty drastic at how much better that quality is overall.
Quality is amazing. Installation was super easy. You just plug the cord into the back of the camera and the other half into your PC, and you are good to go. Absolutely love this. I'm also using the microphone built into the camera. There are two microphones built in.
Right now I'm using my
Omnidirectional, and they
headset
are noise
microphone
canceling
versus
as
the
well, so it filters out
camera
a lot of the
microphone,
background noise.
trying to
I think I sound
keep
great
the
right now because I
ambient
already
noise
ran
out of
the
the stream
playbacks,
this
and I
time.
love the sound quality here. In addition to just the camera being amazing by itself, you are able to turn on an auto tracking feature. You can do this via the app if you wish to download the app, or you can press the button on top of the camera to do this. So let me turn on the auto framing and show you what it looks like.
I do have a lot of fun
So
with this one
now
at
it's
work.
going to follow me wherever
My
I
conference
go.
calls.
This is going to be super awesome for meetings. I love that. I sit in meetings for the vast majority of my day, and this is going to be a fun feature to play.
I did not know that one,
I think
James.
everyone's going to be super jealous of this. Then finally, one
I
other
usually only
really
use my
awesome
phone for my
feature.
TikTok videos when I
You can
do
only
make
do
them,
this one
so
through the
that's
app,
actually
which I
good to
do
know.
have downloaded. But there's a
Hi,
virtual
Len.
background setting. I don't like having all of this available in the background when I'm having meetings. Once in a while, my
I
dog
do
will
love
walk by,
the,
or my spouse will
background
walk by.
elimination
I don't like
features
having
on
that
this.
shown. So there is a blur option that you can turn on, which I think is absolutely awesome. You can see that the blurring effect is quite nice.
Hi,
And
Evans.
this is a beta part of this camera, so they are constantly improving it, but I think that it does very
It's
well
going to be
right
at the
now.
end of the stream,
can also
so
do a
in
green
roughly an hour.
And they even have virtual backgrounds. So you can pick a couple that are already included. You can download some extras. That's just if you want to have your background completely out. And I love this feature in particular. I like sitting on meetings with these on. So this is a super awesome camera. Very easy to control.
Yes.
And overall, the
Hi,
quality is
Stargazer.
just outstanding.
Thanks for stopping
Love
by.
This. Anyway, thank you for watching and have a good one.
So that was the Osbot Meet 4K AI camera. Again, that is the camera that I'm using to do the stream on right now. It is a very powerful camera overall. Some really awesome features. and I love this camera a lot. I upgraded from another camera, and it made a world of difference in terms of overall quality. If there are no questions on this one, we'll be moving on to the storage shelves. And I also really like these storage shelves. I use these out in my garage. I was planning on bringing them down, putting them up in the basement down here, but that would have been a lot of work, and it's really cold out right now. Didn't want to go out and touch the shelves with my hands and get really cold. So instead, we're just going to watch the video on this one. But
5-tier adjustable.
these are
shelf from
in my
Prime
shell or in my
Can't wait
garage
to
right
get
now.
this thing put together. This box feels super heavy duty. Definitely not.
I definitely
light.
recommend two people
moving
for
it
assembling
around.
this as well.
Anyway, this also comes in multiple colors. I went with blue, which I think is going to fit quite nice in here. This is my garage, and got a nice storage area right here that I'm going to be adding
Got all
more
my
storage to.
backpacking stuff and my
Gonna
rock
open
tumbling
this up
stuff
and
on
get
the
it put
shelves in
together.
there.
Let's
So
see what it looks like.
transfer
Stay
that all
tuned.
onto these shelves once I got them installed.
It is both a gorgeous day as well as a warm day, so because of that I moved it out of my sweltering garage to assemble out in front of it. But so far this could not have
Hi,
gone
Chastity.
easier. I have the base put together and the first layer already, and all you need to do is really slot the pieces into the side and then use a mallet, which is included with the package, and you
Very useful
hammer
too.
everything in. I do recommend you place a cloth over the area where you are using the mallet just so you don't accidentally bend anything. But yeah, so far so easy. Can't wait to see what this looks like when it's all done.
That's exactly what it was like, Len.
Now,
And
back in my
because of
garage,
that, it was
everything
super
is
easy
fully
to
assembled.
assemble. Every piece, it just slots into the one right next to it. So you put them in, you hammer it down with the mallet, and you go on to the next and good to go. It was very simple.
And honestly, pretty darn
Hi, Garrett.
easy. All in all, it took me and my partner.
I recommended the two people, one because A, moving the box around was a little bit heavy all on its own, and then two was because as you're getting each piece assembled, having somebody who can hold some of the pieces up so that way it doesn't bend as you're trying to assemble it was very helpful. You can do it with one person, it's just immensely easier with two.
For about 35 minutes to put this thing together, so couldn't really be much easier. Each of these boards here, they're easy to remove, and you can adjust the shelving height on each of these just by pulling these back out, same way
Like
you put
that
them
feature.
in, and replace them to whatever height you want. But the boards are a nice, strong, medium density fiber. These are going to hold a decent amount of weight. And now I'm just going to get this thing stacked up, and I've got my storage. Thanks for watching.
Alright, so yeah, there we go. That is the storage shelves from Prime Zone. It is a 5-tier storage shelf. I have that out in my garage. Would love to have shown it to you guys, but it's very cold out today. Now this next one is one I use every single day, usually twice every day. We're going to be moving on to the Key Bar Gooseneck Kettle. I've got this right behind me. It's a nice black, matte black gooseneck kettle. Got a stainless steel inside and a heated base. So the base allows you to heat up the water that you put inside here with the touch of a button. Oh, it's on the kettle itself. Once it's boiling and ready to go, the button automatically clicks off. So you just take it and pour it from there. It's as simple as can be.
Hello everyone, Jeff here today. We're going to be making some wonderful...
Drink a lot of coffee in this household, and now that it's winter, we've broken out a lot of our teas as well. I like fruity teas. My partner likes to drink green teas, so we go through a lot of those right now.
And it's good to go. The way you operate it is simply by pressing the button
Oh.
right here, and then the light's going to kick on.
Thank you, Justin. Yeah, the featured product isn't moving. I don't know, can that be worked on at all, Justin, in the background?
Going to send out up to 1,000.
Thanks for
watts
pointing
to
that
the
out,
base
Ed.
here.
Hello,
Keeps the
Joanne.
water super
Or Joanna.
fast. This water was already warm because I've been doing a couple of rounds of my pour over already, so it's going to heat up very quickly. But when this is about half full, it took me about 1.5 to 2 minutes. to
Ooh,
boil
that
all
sounds
the water.
delicious,
So that was
Garrett.
pretty nice.
Fruit punch
Another
and
neat feature
green
on this
tea.
is it has an automatic shut off on it. So once it reaches a certain temperature, just like that, it's going to shut off automatically.
That auto shut off feature is nice because I had a couple that I burned out
I set them on the stove and
previously.
forgot about them for 15 to 30 minutes, and I come back and the bottom's all charred. So
The life of a gamer.
that way, but this is a great way
You
to
get
make
sucked
sure
into a
everything's
game,
done.
forget about it, and then
Once it's
realize,
done,
oh
turn
darn, I
even
left it on the
distribution
stove.
for your cooling temperature. Just let it sit for about 20 seconds for your coffee.
Bye, James.
It's going to be at the perfect temperature. And here's the real benefit of a gooseneck. It allows you to control exactly how much you want to pour and where you want to pour it.
So with the pour over coffee maker that we have, it's crucial that you go in a nice round fashion so you can get all the grounds on the sides. Gooseneck kettles are absolutely amazing for that.
So this is a must for anyone who truly loves pour over coffee, I would say. I also plan to use this in my evenings for tea, so this is perfect for me.
I'm not a fan of that one. Actually, I've never tried it, so I can't really say that, but it does not sound like a wonderful combo there, Rover.
So the material itself is completely stainless steel, so you don't have to worry about any harsh chemicals or that imparting any weird flavors into your coffee as well. So I'm a very avid coffee drinker. I like really fresh coffee, and I love the flavor, so I don't want anything to mess with that. This is the perfect item for that too. Anyway, thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.
Now, with this, when we do use it, we do use distilled water. It's nothing against the kettle itself, it's just we have a lot of stuff in our water, and if you want to take care of your items, that way it's going to last the longest amount of time possible, using distilled water helps keep anything from building up like calcium. So again, there's the inside. It's all stainless steel. I have probably used this at least 100 times since I've gotten it already. Still in perfect working order. It looks great and it performs great. So truly an awesome product. Gonna move on to the next one now. We've got our Geek Chef oven. Hi Margaret. Now for this item, got this back here. Gonna go back to the full screen real quick. I know I got a lot of flack yesterday talking about my Brussels sprouts that I like to make. Forgive me, they're going to show back up in this video, but I really do love Brussels sprouts. Especially the fresh ones, they're just delicious. Let's go ahead and get this one started.
I have got my brand new Geek Chef air fryer
Jonah.
oven hooked up and ready to go. Today I'm going to be making some yummy
I like tea
Brussels
and coffee,
sprouts.
Brenda.
Got these seasoned with salt, pepper, garlic, and paprika. Gonna stick these in for about 20 minutes at 400 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, you did. Nice. I was catching a lot of flack for that
Do you
yesterday.
prefer to cook by look versus temperature
Yes,
time?
yes,
so
they
I'm
do.
gonna just keep that light on, and I'll be checking it periodically to see when they're done. Get them nice and crispy.
And crispy
Alright,
ones are the
these
best
are
ones, in
looking
my
done
opinion.
to me, so I'm going to go ahead and
The
turn
crispier
this
they are,
off,
the better.
pop them out and see how they look.
As long as they're not burnt. They got to be just on that
Ooh.
cusp.
These are nice and crispy, which is just how I like my Brussels sprouts.
That's
Those
the
are going
big
to be
benefit of an air
absolutely
fryer, and this
delicious.
Geek Chef air fryer toaster oven
This air
does it
fryer
all.
oven from Geek Chef did a wonderful job on these, and I am looking forward to seeing what other recipes I can come up with this.
Alright, gonna go back to full screen real quick. So I want to go over a couple of the attachments, the inserts inside here. So you can see that there's a decent amount of room in here, but there are also the 3 shelves that you can add material into. You've got a general grill, a grilling basket, and this one is great if you're just gonna put some foil down underneath and put some veggies right on there. Then you also have a flat pan that you can cook on as well. So the bottom is also fully removable. It comes out, great for if you have anything that builds up on the bottom, you can pull this out and clean it separately so that way it doesn't stay onto the bottom, because otherwise if you get a lot of oil or anything on the bottom here, whenever you cook with it, it's going to get quite smoky. But as far as usage goes on this, I've never used an air fryer before I got this, and it was pretty easy to learn to use, and we use it quite a bit. Again, I like a lot of veggies with our meals, and it does great with them. Hi Blake. Hi Evans. Are there any questions on the Geek Chef air fryer oven at all? Alright. If not, then let's go ahead and move on to our Govi table lamp. Will the toaster oven make your pizza better? Well, in terms of leftover pizza, it depends on how you like it. I personally I've often been called a heathen because I like cold pizza. But if you happen to like warming it up, that'll do an absolutely wonderful job for it. Now, we are moving on to the Govi table lamp. Well, actually, if you put it in the fridge and then you cook it at a really high temperature, the crust on it should crisp up quite a bit, but I don't know if that I'd personally be a big fan of that. Alright, here is the Govi Smart Table
My
Lamp.
name is Jeff.
This is a
and I
cool
just
one,
recently
and
got
my
the Govi
nephews
Star
really
Pro
like
Pro
this
lamp,
actually.
And I was absolutely impressed with it. As with every Govi product, I just can't believe how cool this thing is. Every time they set the bar high, and every time they seem to
Also
exceed
got
that
Govi
bar.
lights around my basement,
So,
hanging
real
up right
quick,
behind
everything
me.
that was included in the box. You have your lamp and a charging cable. It doesn't really get any simpler than that. And how you operate this thing, so there's a little button on the back right here. Just press it and you can turn it on, and off you go. So you can set it at an angle or you can set it to face up. And changing colors is quite easy. So if you don't have anything connected to this, you can do this manually by just tapping a button on the back. Go to whatever color you want. It's just going to cycle through some preset colors. White is also on here in case you just want a nice white light. But with the Govi app, there is a whole world of control that you have over this thing. So I've got it installed already, and I'm going to connect
Hi,
to
Shireen.
it. And let's go ahead and mess around with some of the settings, just because I want to show you some of the really cool features. So first off, this is a smart device. You can't connect this to your Alexa, and you can turn it off and control it through that. But there is also a timer and a battery saver option that you can throw on this too. So you can set it to run at certain times, and you can set it so that if you don't want it plugged in all the time, you can have the battery last a very long time with the battery saver mode. Right now I have
Hello
the
again,
brightness
Donna.
set to about 53%. There's a nice little slider bar where I can go all the way down to 1%. Let's see, that's 22. Here's 55, and there's 100.
This thing can
So
get pretty darn
cycle
bright
through
when you
those
put it
however
at
you wish.
100%.
You can also control what color you put out through the app very quickly, very easily. So there's actually a color wheel that you can bring up, and I don't know if you can see this, but I'm just going to tap all around the color wheel, and you can get whatever color you want. That's just pretty insane on the control there. I love that. So outside of that, there's also some scenes that you can do. So let's go ahead and click on the, right now we're on cornfield, so it's going to cycle through a few colors that kind of remind you of being in a cornfield. But one of my favorites is actually the hills. I like the brighter colors.
Sorry, Donna.
Green
This is the Govi table lamp.
So it's going to go
So,
through a few different shades of
You can
green
set up
that are gonna dim
on the
and glow.
bottom
Kinda
with
remind
these
you of
two
being
little
on a hillside
pegs, or you can
on
have
a
it set straight
on a
up.
nice sunny day.
So,
I love
like
that.
this or like this.
But that's not even the coolest feature. So my personal favorite feature is the music mode. So
This one is quite fun.
there are a lot of options with this one. So you have the ability to set this to a calm or a dynamic change. Right now we're at calm, and it's
The
going to
dynamic
be a
is a
smooth
little bit of a
transition
harsh
between
one
the
by
various colors.
comparison.
And with the way that this works is it's going to react to any sounds that it picks up, and once it
Hello,
hears
Angelica.
a certain threshold or certain decibel level, it's going to
Thanks for
move
stopping
on
by.
and light up. You can change that sensitivity so that way it requires a higher threshold and that decibel level. Right now it's
Now, if you haven't
fairly on
entered
the
yet,
low end, but if I
Get
do it
into
very
the
high, it's gonna
gift card giveaway,
react
because at the end of the
basically to
stream
any
today, we'll be
syllable
doing
that
a
I say.
$10 giveaway.
Again, this one's on calm mode, so it's going to be a nice smooth transition. But for a much more rapid,
The link for that
quicker
is up in the
transition, you can go
chat,
over to
but it
dynamic
is
mode, which, as you can see now,
dragonblogger.com/enter
it's almost kind of like a
live.
strobe effect that's going on. So I think that this is really cool. I had this actually behind my TV the other night while I was watching TV and
Thank you, Rover.
colors up on the wall, and that was just one of the coolest things ever. I absolutely
thing-
loved that.
Strobes very fast
This
if you
is
have
very
it on
fun.
harsh like that.
And
And the
with
sensitivity
again,
was
with the
super
app,
high
you
when
can
I was
control
recording
how
this
bright
video,
you want
so
this
it was
to be.
very
So
active.
Let me control or throw down the brightness a little bit. So now it's a much more relaxed, much more, I guess, smoother color when you go down to something that's a little less bright. So a lot less harsh.
Let's go
when
ahead
you're
and
like that.
end that one there because I want to show you a couple other things. So really, where I've gotten the most use out of this, at least in my household, Thanks for the follow, Susan. When I have my nephews stay over, they really like to use this as their nightlight. So I usually go over to one of the scenes. They like both the hills and the moonlight scenes, but this is a very cool nightlight that they have. They need to sleep with a light. They get very adamant that they need it, and you can set it down to about 10%, and this is just a perfect item for that. You can also put this on a timer, but when my nephews are over, we usually leave it running all night for them. So just in case they need to get up, they don't know where they're at or anything like that, this is a wonderful item for them. I've also used this quite a bit in my computer setup, so I'll place this behind my computer screens and I'll just have it emit a glow, so that way when I'm gaming, if it's dark in my room, it gives me that nice little ambiance and it helps my computer setup look that much cooler. Thanks for entering, Donna. All right, any questions on the Govi Smart Wi-Fi table lamp? I'll go ahead and shut this one off now. It's just hold the button for 3 seconds. But yeah, I love their app. They have so much control that you can add in with those. You can do so much with those. Helps if I hit the right button there. So we're going to move on to the Dale Strong knives next. I'm going to go back to full screen. They really went all out with these. The box that they came in, it looks great. These are pretty awesome knives in general. They're stored very well. It has a magnetic little clip right there, so it locks up. This case is made for storage. It's got a fun little card that I'll be getting into in a second, but let's go ahead and start the video on this.
Absolutely wonderful 3-piece paring knife set from Dale Strong. This is part of their Gladiator series, and they pulled out all the stops with these knives. Not only do you get this wonderful case for display and reuse, but included in the box you get this wonderful little pin that shows that it's part of their Gladiator series, and some nice instruction cards for taking care of these knives. Highly recommend you hold on to this. This has some good info, plus you'll get a few laughs out of some of the things on here, so keep that around. And then,
so just for some of the laughs, this is what was included with it, but it says these are for hand wash only. You don't want to stick these in the dishwasher, and I'll explain why in the video in a bit, but they also say not intended for mortal combat, keep out of the reach of children and your enemies. Do not give to FNGs on the line, but do gift your sous chefs on the line. Not for storage, or for storage you have to store them in the sheath. They don't recommend using these for shellfish, and they don't recommend cutting frozen food with these. But there's a whole bunch of things on here that they recommend you do and do not use them for, which I thought was hilarious.
and a little booklet that goes into the history of these knives, how they're made, and a whole bunch of neat info on them. So let's open them up real quick and take a look. So again, this is a wonderful storage box for these knives. Excellent presentation on them. But let's go over the knives themselves. So you do get 3 different knives in here. This knife right here is going to be your standard flat blade paring knife. Each of the knives also comes with their own custom fit sheaths, which are designed to help protect the knives and extend the life of them. So this one's going to be great for just general cutting purposes. Then you have a similar knife, except it's serrated. It's going to be your serrated paring knife. This is going to be great when you have to do a back and forth motion. And then finally, you have your bird beak slicing knife.
These are very, very pretty knives, Brenda.
So the curve on this one's going to be great for peeling. The material that each of these knives are made out of is a very high carbon stainless steel. So what does that mean? High carbon stainless steel is great for cooking in the kitchen because the knives are going to hold their edge very well. I got these, when I got these, I ran them through my sharpener, and I wasn't able to sharpen them any more than they already
sharp.
came. So they come very sharp to begin with, and because of that high carbon stainless steel, again, they're going to hold that for a very long time. The only downside with a high carbon stainless steel, you can't run these through the dishwasher. With most knives in general, I am not a fan of running them through the dishwasher. I prefer washing them by hand. Just takes a little bit of soap and water, then dry them off right away and you're good to go.
Yep. So I do recommend that with any knife set, just because knives really, a lot of people say good knives are an investment. You want to take care of them. The dishwasher can be quite harsh on a lot of metal materials like knives, and with the high carbon stainless steel on these ones in particular, it's going to be a little bit more rough. So when you're done, seriously, get some soap and water, take a damp cloth, wipe it down on both ends, dry it, and then you can place them right back in the sheath for storage.
The handles on each of these knives are also made
Hey,
out of
thank you, Brenda.
wood, and it's
And
polished very well. It's very lustrous and has a nice sleek look.
the
to
handle
it.
looks great on
Absolutely
these,
love
but
that.
overall, the weight is also
the
pretty
blades on
good.
each
They're
of these,
quite
They
hefty.
do run full tang, and they're slotted in by little pins here. So that's going to make sure that the blade doesn't accidentally break off when you're trying to use them. So it's a very nice feature. When dealing with knives, you want your knives to be super sharp because it does reduce the risk of injury. When you're working with sharp knives, it means that you have to use less force when you're trying to peel something or cut something with them. So that way you're more likely to use that force where it's intended versus having it slip and go somewhere you don't want it to go.
Yep. So basically, when you're using a knife or when you're using knives, the area that you want to place your force, first off, want to make sure you're holding them properly. But when you're applying that force, you want to know that it's going to cut where you're going to apply. The more force you have to put behind your blade to make that cut, the more likely you're going to risk something going wrong.
Overall, these knives are insanely awesome.
Hi, James.
And I look forward to using them. Thanks for watching.
And that is the Dale Strong knives. Oh, turn that off. That is the Dale Strong knives. Again, as you can see, the box that they come in, love it. It's got great presentation. You can store them right in these when you're done. So after you're done cleaning them, put them right back in the sheath, put them in the box, and they just look great. Moving on to the next product is another product that I use every night, actually. So it's a Paris Rhone fan. I'm gonna actually stick on live for this for the most part, but it's a fan. It's a standing fan too, and it's got some really nice features built right into it. So first off, in addition to having a fully modular head, so it can go straight up like that, can get whatever angle that you really want to hit there. It's also really quiet. I like to have a fan in my bedroom at night. Now the noise doesn't bother me, but it can bother some people. So when you turn it on, it's going to remember your previous setting. I always have it on high, again because the sound doesn't bother me, but this is the only mode on this entire fan that I can hear when it's active. So this is its turbo mode. I know my mic is picking that up a little bit so you can hear it, but let me switch down to one of the other settings. Speed. There are 9 other speed levels on here, plus the turbo. Sit at 6, for example. I can't hear that at all. It's just super quiet. It does put out quite a bit of air even at this mode. So if sound matters for you at night, or in general if you just want this in a room and you don't want it to add a lot of noise, this would be great. All of the buttons on here, they are also touch sensitive. You don't actually have to depress them, but it's fairly straightforward. There are 3 different oscillation modes if you want it to oscillate. So it just changes the overall speed at which it oscillates, and it's going to go in both directions. Let's turn that on to 3, so it's just going to oscillate a little bit quicker right now. You can feel the air blowing on me. It's awesome fan. But let's turn the oscillation off and power down. The other cool feature that I really like on this, again, I like this in my room at night, and I don't like any ambient light. When this is running, after 30 seconds, this light is going to shut off. So no light pollution from this at night when it's running. I really like that. When it's not running, however, as long as it's plugged in and off, that's always going to say 0 right there. Now I'm going to remove the back real quick. It's also a very bottom heavy fan, so the stand right here, it's a nice sturdy base, doesn't have much of a risk of tipping over. another great feature. But I also really like this one. So on the bottom right here, there's a little clasp. And once you pop that out, you can take off the front of this fan quite easily. Each of these are just going to snap into place around the fan, and that's going to hold it in place during operation. But when it's not in operation, you can take this out very easily. I use this, like I said, just about every single night, and as you use fans for a long time, the blades are all going to build up a lot of dust. With this being a very easily removable and fully plastic piece, you can take this out, run it under water, and clean it very quickly, very easily. Once you're done cleaning it, just put that back on and then twist this to tighten it. There we go. And putting this back on is super easy. So there's that little latch right here that goes up on the top. Everything around it should just snap into place, and then once that's all on, latch it on the bottom, and it's back in full operation, ready to go. Turn it back on. It's going to remember the previous setting of 6 that it was on, or if you're me, it's pretty much always on turbo, and away you go. This thing, when it's on turbo, can put out some serious air, so I really like that. I just got to have some air motion in the bedroom at night while I'm sleeping, so this is an awesome fan for that. And that is the Paris Rhone fan. Are there any questions or comments? I also see that that's on deal right now. It's $40 off, which is an insanely good deal for it. I would probably get a couple more of those. I think I'm going to add that to my wish list for Christmas this year. Hi, Chucky. Alright, let's move on to the Jubao wine cart. Got another item I've got right here. We just used this on Thanksgiving, actually. We use this with dinner. I'm going to go over a quick install and kind of what's included in the box and show you how easy this is to put together.
Jeff here, and I'm super excited because today I'm going to be assembling this black wine cart that I got from Jubao. This is a pretty cool cart, I have to say, and it does come
I use a
with
fan year-round, Donna.
materials, and I really like the layout of this.
I also like my house being in like the high 60s, so I like to run it cold.
Well, here's everything in the box, all laid out. Assembly here looks super easy. There's only 5 steps in total for assembly, so let's get this started. Alright, step 1 is done and pretty easy. So you just take these 4 wheels, you screw them into the base here, and they even give you a nice little wrench to tighten it. Let's move on to step 2. For step 2, we're going to arrange the 2 bases here and screw in the side screw here. So again, seems pretty simple. And step 2 is done, so all it involved was putting in a screw down here and a screw on the other side. One thing to note though, you do want to make sure that both of the legs are curving down like that. So if they're not ending with that vertical curve at the end, then you might have to turn one of the ends around. So just keep that in mind as you're assembling. Alright, so far step 1 and 2 were super easy, although I think step 3 is going to be the easiest of them all. This involves taking the glass and placing it in each one of the carts.
Seriously, this was only 5 steps for install, and that was one of the steps. Put the glass in the cart.
So, pretty simple step. So far, everything about assembling this has been exceedingly easy, and I think that the rest continues to be just as easy as that. Stay tuned. Alright, here we are. Step 4, I have to say, it was definitely the most complicated step, but all in all, you really only need to screw in 8 different screws, so it's still pretty easy.
I was just making sure that everything was properly situated here.
Screw in each of the 4 screws for each shelf.
Now, each of the screws are what actually hold the glass down so that it doesn't pop up during use.
So a second pair of hands there is exceedingly helpful. And then step 5, once it's all done, you just enjoy it. So this was a very simple assembly, and I love the look of this quite a bit. Thanks for watching.
Now, what we ended up using this for was on Thanksgiving, we used this as a general serving cart. I had my little sisters, who are twins, my older sister, her husband, and two of my nephews over for Thanksgiving. So it was a pretty big house, or pretty full house for me at least. And we don't have a huge table, so having excess material on the table took up a lot of room. So this cart was perfect for that. We were able to place our meal that we had, which was buttered chicken, place some pots on here, and then some sides down here on the second level of the cart. And we just had that a little bit out of the way so people could go up, grab what they wanted, serve themselves, and then go back to the table and sit down. So it was a pretty great use for that. And has that nice black matte exterior right here. It looks great. Will go with pretty much any decor. And yeah, it is on a good deal right now. So it's $30 off, and I believe Donna said there's also a 15% coupon on it too. So if you go click that, get an even better deal. Hi, Junior. So this was pretty awesome overall. Yes, if you haven't entered yet, please go to dragonblogger.com/enter live. At the end of the stream today, we will be doing a $10 gift card giveaway, so go get entered. But yeah, the wheels on the bottom make it super easy to move as well. They are full circular. They don't lock you into one direction or the other. They spin around all the way, so it can go pretty much any direction you want. It's very easy to use, very easy to install, and overall, very sturdy product. I really like it. Are there any questions on the Jubao Black Cart? It says it's a wine cart. I don't know that I would use this for wine. They do have other options that actually have a little wine rack on them. This is more like a bar and serving cart. So, depending on what you want to go with, though, they have a whole array of options that are available for you there. The next item on the list is a Lafont vacuum cleaner. Now this one I believe was done by James, yes. So I'm going to let him talk about this one. Overall though, it's a pretty cool vacuum cleaner, so stay tuned.
James here, and today we're taking a look at the Lafont M210B robot vacuum, guys. This little vacuum is actually, again, the M210B, the M210, if you want to call it. The 2000 PA suction strong, guys. This is actually a mop and vacuum combo.
Those are cool. I've used those in the past.
Get some dust pads to dust.
I really like those because I have hardwood floors upstairs.
Now, the one cool part about this also is, guys, it has the strong suction, but it also allows for a non-tangling style of brush. It's a brushless system, so it doesn't use a bristle style, which would normally tangle hair. Now we're going to pull you guys up, show you guys some of the stuff. Then we're going to hook the app up and use this. Now it does do an app system, so you need to connect up the app to make it run. First, guys, disposable duster tops right here. We're going to pop this open and kind of show you guys this. We do need to tear the top open, of course. And we'll show you guys the duster tops, which you just connect to your actual bottom of the vacuum. Oh, it's in there. Hey, guys. Actually, very, very tight. So, you get a whole bunch of these disposable wet style dusters. They're actually wet. I kind of like that. Fast dry without any stains. So, a cool little duster kit, guys. For the system.
I use it in my upstairs,
now, put it back in. Of course, I'm going to fight this off camera. I will be right back. Don't want them to dry out. Okay, now that I put it up, you guys also have a user manual if you need the user manual.
My basement is mostly carpet, which
with the
is really
brick,
odd.
Just a standard house power brick, guys, with their DC style plug. Plug
so
it
we
in.
use this on the hardwood
floors upstairs. This is actually what you're going to use to plug in the base that will keep this charged, or what you would call the home base section.
Yeah, it is $100 off right now. That is an insane deal on this.
Remember, you're going to need to leave at least 5 feet, about 2.5 feet on each side, so the thing can come back home properly. Now, inside here, you'll be greeted with the mop.
Hi, Wiley.
Or the other.
Not sure, is it Willie or Wiley?
Guys. Now, this is actually
probably
just a
Willie.
little style. It is Velcro, just Velcro's
Either
off,
way,
guys.
welcome.
It just comes off and you replace it. There's your head. You will also be greeted with multiple bristle wheels, guys, so it does come with extra sets.
Those are great because they're going to be able to
These bristle wheels
grab
are
the
good
material
for
as it goes
edging and
away.
getting that dust
Or goes around.
or little bits into the suction path. You get 4 of those, which is actually 4. Then you have the base, and you have a filter. So it does have
let
a
me look
filter.
that one up for you. I believe that
come
this
with a
does
spare.
connect
I like
to
that.
an app
And then
that
we
you
have
can
the
use
base,
to
of course.
controller
The
on the
base is
house.
a simple little base, guys. The base is just this. This is it. You'll plug this in right here. You'll set this on the ground. The robot will touch these little pins to keep it charged, and that's when it stays home. Now, the cool part is up here, guys. If you can get this out, this is your little cleaning brush built right in. I actually like that they have that built in.
So there is app control
now,
on
I
this.
set all that aside, because you really don't need
It
the
is
box
smart.
just
It's
at
a
this
smart
moment.
app, so it also
We need
has
the vacuum,
voice
because the
control
vacuum
built
is
into
actually
it as well.
smaller than other robot vacuums.
Yeah,
That
you have to use the
before. Now,
2.4
of course,
gigahertz
you
Wi-Fi.
guys see this
It
over
won't
here,
do
but I'm
5
gonna pull that off.
gigahertz.
I'm gonna actually pull the top sticker off of this, guys.
Thank you, Justin.
Right here, and you guys are gonna see the LaFont right here. Here is that little vacuum, guys. This
That
is
is
actually a
sleek
lot
looking,
smaller
too.
than I was expecting. For a 2,000 PA strong suction, the LaFont M.
I've got that on my router too. It's got a 5 gigahertz and 2.4 gigahertz
You
band
have the
on it.
top. Now this top is what's going to pop open, guys. You're going to pop that open right there, and you're going to be greeted with your dust spray or dust container. And I'll pop this out right here. That is where you'll actually see your HEPA filter. The HEPA filter is changeable, so you can actually pop this open. Just like that, and there's your filter. Pop it in and out.
Easy
Now,
swappable.
you
I like that.
open this and empty this, guys. You will literally just pop the side right here and dump it out. That's it. Simple. Easy, guys. Easy and simple. Putting it back in, guys, you just literally will set this back in just like this. Just make sure you're not doing it like me on camera where you're fighting it. But easy. And then the top goes back on. Now on the bottom. Here's your nice wheels. It looks like 2.5-inch casters. Guys, nice little wheels. Plus you have your front wheel. Now, let me grab 2 of these and show you guys this, because you do need to put these on, of course. The edgers. You gotta have the edgers. So the edgers, guys, just like this. You'll
They're going
press
to
it
flick
on,
everything
just
right
clips
into
off.
the vacuum
Let me show you that
part
again.
that's going
right
to suck
here.
it all up.
You will literally grab that, press it on, your edgers are on. Now what we're going to do is, guys,
Super
is we're
fast
going to actually
install.
show you guys here, this is your suction area. That is where it's going to go in. No bristles whatsoever. I want to see how this works. What we're going to do is we're going to plug this in. We're going to use the app. We're going to watch this vacuum. Guys, I'll be right back. Okay, before we get to that, I got to show you guys. In here,
Best
you see that
movie.
red button? This is your activation button. You will turn that on, and
One of
it
my
will
favorite
allow us
movies
to
of all
actually
time is
activate
called
that
Kung Pao,
and power
Enter
it
the
up.
Fist.
So you do have to do that. Now I'm going to connect this up, guys. We're going to get to. Okay, guys. Now that we have the LaFont
you've seen that
Life
movie,
app
we're friends.
added, we got to add device, and this is where we're going to find the actual robot here, and we need to find the M.2. So we need to find the M.2 series. So the M series is right here. Okay, guys. Now
Looks
that
like it's
I
got
actually
super
created the
awesome
I
app
found the
control as
robot.
well.
You do need to sign
Easy
into
to
your
find
Wi-Fi.
out
So I
which
did that
one is
separately.
your
It's gonna
current
be the
vacuum, so that way you can connect and go through its
210S,
install.
to grab this, guys. Next, we're going to come over here and we're going to have to do this, and then we have to confirm that we can reply the beep. It says hold and start pause button on the top of the robot for 3 seconds. The robot is now ready for now beep. And we click next. Now we are scanning and adding device.
Let's go ahead to
Some
show
cool
it
stuff,
cleaning.
including cleaning times. It'll let us switch on and off. It's going to start the robot, and it's going to start moving it around. We can do this and go, say, back to charging base, and it will go back to charging base. Very simple, very easy. We just say start charge, right? So
Don't think I've
that's
seen
very
either
cool. They
of
can
those
do all
ones,
that.
Blake.
We have the smart, we have the switch powered on and off,
think I've heard of
standby
either of those.
is now charging, and all of that cool stuff. Now that is your LaFont Life app.
Not a
guys.
super
So
huge
very
movie buff
simple,
myself.
Very easy.
Mostly just a
Pop back
gamer.
in here and you have the remote. Guys, so now what we're going to do is we're going to actually move this around. We're going to adjust some stuff. We're going to see what it can do and how well it can actually do it. So guys, give me a second, guys. We're changing camera views again. Okay, guys, as you can see, we have the robot over at the home base. Now if I press start, you're going to see
Hey,
it
there
actually
it goes.
activate and move away, which is quite cool. You know,
I always
being
love
able to
these.
do
They're
this and
such
adjust it and change it
awesome
around.
to just watch
now,
them
guys,
work.
Remember, it does work with Alexa, Google Assistants, and all of that.
I've seen some
other cool
hilarious
stuff.
videos of
If
cats
you
sitting
need- now,
on
of
the
course,
robot vacuums
you
as they're
guys
going
can't see
to.
it, but it
It
is
seems
moving
something
over
like
here,
a
and it's
cat.
gonna come
That seems
back
exactly like
in
something a
around
cat would do.
and come under us and track back and forth. So it is learning the pattern and learning the house. Now, unfortunately, you guys may not see it right now because it's under our camera view. You guys will be seeing it come
There
back
it
into
is.
view right now. so it is moving around and actually working.
Hello, Victoria.
So, look at that, guys. Just look at it. Now, as you guys see, it did go up that little ramp of my actual piece, and I wish it would have not done that, but hey.
It has to, as it goes around the room, it's kind of
Now,
going
if
to
you
map
wanted
it all
to go
out.
back home,
So
you
for
definitely
future
can go
reference,
back
as
home
it
by
goes through the
tapping
area, it's going to remember all that,
Watch base.
kind of work its way around
Let's
from
watch
there.
it try and find its home. Of course, it's circling and heading back.
So it looks like it made that jump from carpet to rug fairly easily. I do know that that's always something that I'd be worried about. When I had a robot vacuum,
As you guys see,
I was
might
worried
take
about
little bit to
a
find
little
home.
bump that I have in my on
There
my
it
hardwood
goes.
floors going from one room to the next. There's a little wooden piece that you have to step over, but it handled that like a champ. So these are great.
And it is back to its charging base just like that, guys. Very cool that it can actually do that. Now, that is the Lafont, guys.
And it
The
returns right
Lafont
back to its
2000
charging station when it's done. You can also have it go back there whenever.
10B
So,
robot
pretty
vacuum
cool.
cleaner. I want to thank you for checking this video out and hope you guys have a great one.
If you've got a pet like me, my dog Shadow, he's a black German Shepherd. Nickname for German Shepherds are German Shedders. They shed a lot. So having something like this is a great way to just help keep on top of that constant hair shedding so it doesn't build up over time. It's truly awesome. Now these next ones are another product that I really like. I just gave these over to my sister the other week and thoroughly impressed with how they look and work overall. I'm going to start this video, but
First
when I was doing this video, I never opened this box before. I didn't do anything, no prep work. I just kind of opened it up just to see what was included, and wow, they were easy to install.
Basically, if they're in light, they're going to be off. If it's dark out, they're going to be
These
on.
are solar-powered
Simple as
pathway
that.
lights from XM Cozy.
Charging time on these is approximately 6 to 8 hours, and you can get up to almost 10 hours of use time on them, I think it was. So it's just pretty cool overall. Great for just standard plug and play. Those are the best.
And when I say plug and play,
pretty well.
it doesn't get much easier than this. There's a stake, a metal rod, and then the lamp itself. You connect all three, stick it in the ground, you're good to go.
Installation seems fairly easy. Ooh, it even comes with that like cracked glass look. Oh man, that is awesome. I love that
Now,
look.
that cracked glass look is actually what's going to give it that really cool finish look on the ground at the end, so
Bases
pay attention to
right
that.
Here, I believe. Yep. So, simple install, I'm sure.
Again,
I've not
never
even read
opened
the
this box up
instructions
previously,
yet,
never seen these
and
before.
Pretty sure.
Very
I
intuitive
can
for
all
install.
them
It doesn't
each.
get any better than that.
Simple as that. Wow. Okay. That part's just going to stake into the ground, and then the solar panel on top right here. This is going to be what charges the bulb inside and helps it emit the light throughout the evening. One thing to note, these are waterproof, but you don't want to have anything set up on top of the solar panel here during the day.
The more
otherwise it's not
exposed
gonna charge. So
the
dirt,
solar cell
snow
is
on
on
them, go
top,
and
the
brush
better
it
it's
off,
going to charge during the day.
and should be good to go.
Keep it in somewhere where it's going to
Anyway,
get
let's
plenty
them
of
all
light,
installed and see what
and
they
you
look
should
like.
be
Stay
very,
tuned.
very set there.
Now they're
So, before we go into what they look like, you see all that snow behind me? Getting these installed was actually not too terrible. In the directions even, it says if the ground is frozen, you just add a little bit of water and, wait 5 minutes. Did that, and that made install here super easy. So even though it was super cold and the ground was super hard, just put a little bit of water down. You can stake these down without much issue at all.
They're all set up and they look fantastic. Installation again was such a breeze. It's just putting the post in the ground.
I did this out at my
putting these on
sister's
top.
house, and she
Get them
really
turned
likes them a
on.
lot.
There's a little toggle switch right here where you can choose off. You can choose a standard white mode where it's just going to put out a white light once the sun is gone. or you can do RGB, and it's going to rotate between the colors there, and I think that's super cool.
So these lights themselves, they are RGBW, I believe is what it's called. So the two different modes, it's white mode and then it's RGB mode. Gamer, RGB everything. Very big fan.
I can't wait until the sun sets and we can see what this looks like. Stay tuned.
I need to get my sister some extra pairs. She ever said if they go on sale to let her know, so I need to do that.
These are seriously cool. Right now I have it on RGB mode, so it's going to just slowly swap between the colors. And I love the just overall look on these. So if you can see that pattern down there, it just looks totally awesome. Anyway.
So that's the XM Cozy lights, but again, that pattern that you have around the on the bottom there from the light itself, that's thanks to the cracked glass look of the light, and I was just thoroughly impressed with everything on these. They look great, they're easy to use, easy to install, and honestly, a truly awesome product because of that. Yeah, I'm getting my sister some more of them right after this stream.
That's what they look like, and they are pretty cool. Thanks for watching.
Any questions on the XM Cozy lights? Yes, that's exactly true. They are set and forget. I don't have anywhere at my house I think that they would work very well on, but my sister, this was right in front of her doorway. It leads up to her doorway at her house, and then she also has a little island in the back that in her backyard that she wants to line around with these, and then a couple areas around her deck in her backyard too. So she's going to be getting a couple of these. Now we're going to take it over to Nate, who's going to be doing a couple vacuum videos. The first one is going to be the Prolux 2.0. It's a standard bagless backpack vacuum cleaner.
Guys, Nate with Dragon Blogger Tech.
And for those who don't know, Nate is part of the Dragon Bloggers team. I don't really see him in many of his videos. He normally just does voiceover work, so when I saw this pop up, I'm like, ooh, I gotta include this one.
And Entertainment, and today we're going to be testing out this Prolux 2.0 backpack vacuum. So this vacuum comes with a ton of attachment heads. It's super easy to get set up, super easy to use. Let me go ahead and show you guys this. So just taking a look at it, you guys
did a
can
previous
see
video where
that
he was
overall,
installing
it might look
this,
a little
so
bit confusing,
wanted
but
to show
it's
this
very
one being
simple.
used.
You have your canister right here. You have your hose, which is attached to the actual suction end right here.
He makes a joke
on the
about
right
that
side
later.
of it, as you're wearing it, you guys can see that you have the long cable that has its own little housing right here.
Face
now,
reveal.
The padding on the Prolux 2.0 is super thick. I'm going to go ahead and throw this on and show you guys what it looks like while you're wearing it. Now, I'm not going to lie, I almost kind of feel like a Ghostbuster when I'm wearing this.
Indeed, the Ghostbuster
So now you
vac.
have the option to install whatever attachment head you want. You guys can see that I'm going to be using an attachment head that doesn't have any bristles to really test out how good the
Love
Prolux
the,
vacuum
musical
works.
effect
I'm going to
they
go
added
ahead and
here.
get this plugged in. We'll vacuum in here and see how much this picks up.
So, very mobile, very versatile, just slides on your back. Once you get it up and running, it's really easy to get around with. You don't need to worry about like trying to go around any tight corners or anything with it, because it's sitting right on your back. It's a pretty neat feature on here. I've never seen that on a vacuum before like this, and I really liked that.
And there we have it. Look at how much pet hair that got up.
Ah, the
Just
joys of
taking
pet
a look
ownership.
at the inside of this. This got up so much pet hair, and remember, I'm not even using an attachment head that has bristles, and it still has that much power to pull all of that pet hair and dirt out of the carpet. So look, guys, if you guys are looking
Ghostbuster
for a
vacuum
vacuum that
indeed.
has a ton of power, a ton of different attachment heads like that one over there, you guys definitely have to check out this Prolux backpack vacuum. This is going to make tackling big vacuuming jobs, cleaning jobs, whatever it is, a breeze. Being that it's a backpack, you can just throw it on, really forget that it's there, and just walk around and clean your house. So like I said before, definitely check out this 2.0 backpack vacuum from Prolux. I'm Nate with Dragon Blogger, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
So for those that don't know, Nate also just had a new baby, so he's a father. I think that was his first one too, if I'm not mistaken. So he's going to be enjoying the life of a new parent, meaning he won't be getting any sleep for the next 2 months. But Congratulations to Nate, for sure. Yes, first baby. So, fun time indeed. Oh, Sailor was her name? Oh my goodness. I need to keep up. I have a terrible memory with names, but that's a really neat one. It's very unique. I like that one a lot. Yes, that is very true, Lori. I'm oddly hoping to have kids myself within the next year or two. Fingers crossed. We'll see. But moving on, we're going to go to the Prolux Core Floor Buffer. So this one's a 2-in-1 here. So I'm going to let Nate do this video as well. But before we start, head over to dragonblogger.com/enter-live and get entered for the $10 gift card giveaway, because right after this video, we're going to be doing the drawing here. Oh my goodness. I've seen some of the photos as well. She's super cute. Yep. Go into the Discord, dragonblogger.com/Discord. You can go in and go see Nate's new baby. He has plenty of photos up there of her.
Tech and Entertainment. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing of this Prolux floor buffer. We're going to see everything that it comes with and get it set up, and then in another video I will test it out. Alright, so whenever you're moving this box around,
so we're just
going to
go through the setup.
Somebody helping you potentially, because this is a very heavy box. So one of the first things you might notice whenever you get this open is you're going to have this huge instruction manual as well as support manual that's telling you where you need to go in case you do have issues with it. So inside you are going to find your buffer head attachment that comes with these really sharp bristles, and then 3 different types of bubber scoring pads. You're also going to get this microfiber attachment pad right here. Here's another attachment head that you get with this. So you're going to get this heavy duty super long extension cable in blue right here. And honestly,
That's
everything
good.
in here is so
Don't
well
want anything
packaged.
to be super
and then of course you're going to
fragile
get the main unit itself.
flimsy on
so
that.
this is going to be the culprit for the heavy box. This is very heavily weighted. You guys can see that right here you have that nice blue and black accent around it. The wheels on this are going to be all rubber.
Hi, Heather.
So this is a very
If you haven't
solid
yet,
setup.
right after
So
this
if I go
video,
ahead
we're
and
going to be
fold
doing a
this up, you
$10
guys
gift
can
card
see it
giveaway.
locks
So
in
go
place.
to
So if you want to unfold this, all you have to
dragonblogger.com/enter-live.
do is put
Get
your
entered
foot on
really
here,
fast.
And then you guys can see you have free
Hello,
range of
EJ.
motion all the way around, all the way down to a very steep angle right here. When you're done, you just have
Guys,
to
get
lock
your
it
choice.
back up
One
into place
$10
and you're
or
good to go.
2 $5.
So say
Enter
we
in the
wanna
chat
use
and let us
this
know what
red
you want.
attachment head. Make sure you just kind of overlap it a little bit, center
like
as good as you
it looks
can.
like 2
It
$5
does
gift
overlap
cards
the
are,
edges of the buffer head
where it's at.
attachment to have a larger surface area for cleaning. So just to kind of recap everything that comes with this system, you are going to get the main unit itself, which is very solid and very heavy. You're going to get a mop head attachment, different scoring pads. You're also going to get this super long and durable extension cable. You're going to get this bristle head attachment, an instruction manual, a common troubleshooting guide that also has a ton of contact information. So if you guys are looking for a premium, solid, dependable floor buffing system, definitely check this one out from Prolux. I'm Nate with Dragon Blogger, and I'll see you guys on the next video when we test this out.
So that is the Prolux Core floor buffer. Excuse me. Alright, sorry. Whenever I talk for a long time, I get a very itchy throat and I don't want to cough in your guys' ears, so sorry about that. But that is the stream today. Thank you everyone for watching. We're going to end with the 2 $5 Amazon gift card giveaways. So let's go ahead and get those rolling. Gotta be here in chat to type if you win, so make sure you're here. Thank you for following, Jeremy. Heather S. Congratulations. Are you here? Hey, there you are, Heather. Congratulations. You are the first $5 Amazon gift card giveaway winner. Congratulations, Heather. Justin's going to reach out to you, I believe, via email with your gift card redemption. Hey, Len, congratulations. You're the second one. Now, I think that's it today for the Dragon Blogger channel, but on the Shopping Dragons channel, there's going to be a stream from 4 to 6 PST with Blake. So make sure you tune into the Shopping Dragons channel later today to watch Blake. Oh, 8 p.m. is Nikita, too. I missed that one. Thank you, Justin. And that's going to be right here on the Dragon Blogger channel, so definitely stay tuned. Everyone, again, thank you for watching. I hope your weekend is going great, and I hope you have a great rest of your weekend as well. Have a good one. Oh, wait. We're going to post the site giveaways. One more second. Sorry. We have a whole host of giveaways going on right now. There are tons of them. Go enter into each one of these. There are some seriously cool products, including a Nintendo Switch Lite. We've got a PlayStation 5. There's just some cool stuff. There's that super awesome WiiMax Go laser projector. Go enter in on all these. Can't hurt your odds. So the more you enter, the more likely you are to win. I don't think I've ever seen Justin host this many giveaways concurrently. It's a big time of year for sure. So go ahead and get entered into all of those. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Thanks for watching.